everyone, my name's Steph, I'm Botanist Cool, and today I'm here with the Ace Attorney expert herself.
Katie!
Nashy, he's coming back. Yeah, Nashy's coming back today, Ghost. Nashy's coming back today. I have to get back into that really annoying, really bad Cockney accent. Which I have confirmed with actual British people. They can't understand it, therefore it is as correct as it's going to get. And the British people is not Elijah. He does not want to hear my accents. He's just like, he is so adamant against hearing any British accent I do. I scarred him with my like Beatles variant of my British accent. So he's just like, no, Steph, I don't want to hear any more you do, especially not Cockney. It's great. Let's get started. You're playing Tears of the Kingdom. Trust me, I'm currently playing Tears of the Kingdom in my head, basically. So yeah. My dad's playing Tears of the Kingdom. When your dad takes away your gaming console to game himself, that's how you know you have a true gamer dad.
We're trying to get our dad to do Tears of the Kingdom because he used to love Zelda titles. Or at least, you know, maybe not Tears of the Kingdom. That might be too complicated, but like at least Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I mean, I bet your dad could do it. I bet your dad could do it. I don't know anything about your dad, but I bet he could do it. I believe in your dad, okay?
Thank you. I'll tell him.
Oh, yeah, the Sizzle season looks really good. I am interested in Sizzle season, but we'll have to see that when that comes out. Gina, how are you holding up? Where's your cool jacket? Damn it. I'm starting to feel quite warmly towards her frequent cold shoulders now.
Ginny, are you all right? Why aren't you saying anything? What's the point, eh? Why go through all this trouble and fight so hard for the likes of me? What? Well, you saw it. That picture.
What picture?
Ah, you mean this? The photograph taken by Hurley's red-handed recorder.
The one time it came in use, it's actually a pain in the fucking ass. One photo every 30 goddamn minutes, and it just happens to be at the wrong time for us. And not at like 2 minutes later when like they're all being murdered. Gonna be back to games. Chip, enjoy Tears of the Kingdom. And yeah, the Super Scope is a blast now. It's interesting. Oh my god. Katie, why does your boy screw us over like this?
What?
Why does your boy Herlock Sholm screw us over like this?
For the chaos.
Alright, you know, fair enough. He's not even here helping out. Look at this photo. It's already been shown 15 minutes. Yeah, that's how these games go, right? Like, you know, you're playing Ace Attorney, and it's like, oh yeah, just in case you forgot, or it's been a week since you've last streamed it, they show you that photo again, just in case. But you know, it's like an Ace Attorney when it's like, hey, do you remember this autopsy report? Well, now it's been updated. It's like, fuck! They do it all the time. It's just the one time, but still. They're really making us get ham into it now.
Well, I didn't think it would have captured a scene like this, that's for sure. It's hopeless. Anyone who sees that's gonna think I did it, ain't they?
I won't pretend it wasn't a bit of a shock when the prosecution first presented it to the court.
Surely you've gotta have your doubts about me now. You can't think I'm still innocent.
Of course I can.
Ginny, why don't you talk to us?
And let's fucking
And literally
solve
say
this.
anything.
Like, all you need to do, Ginny, is tell us your side of the story, and then we attack the prosecution via that side of the story. Like, that's all we gotta do. But here you are, just like, nah, I'm too stubborn, and grown-ups are big, ugly liars, and I haven't gotten my fruit roll-ups recently, so fuck them.
I mean, that's pretty sad childhood if you don't have your fruit roll-ups.
Actually, they had some fruit roll-ups on sale at Aldi, so I did get myself a pack of fruit roll-ups this weekend. And I'm like, oh, bunch. No, they got Photoshop at what, is it?
Tell us what really happened that night. Eh? Bruno's cleverly managed to piece together a lot of new information, but still, we'd really like to hear it from you. Alright then.
Finally! Oh. God.
It was after we had that dinner together at your place, right, Iris?
No, A's still a UK thing. People say A in the UK still.
Then we all had a chat up in your office, didn't we?
Yeah, I remember.
After that, I just couldn't get to sleep. So I slipped out and went down the street to the 2-on-1, to Windibank's place. I had to know.
If Harris's toy was there or not, the Hound of Baskervilles?
I don't know what it's about or nothing. But if you ask me, there's something in it that Sholmes don't like. Something what you don't want other people reading. That's why he lied to Iris about sticking it in lug with Windibank for safekeeping.
He was struggling for a second.
At least, that's what I thought at the time.
So you broke into Windibanks?
I just had to know if he was there or not. I mean, I had no idea all that was going to kick off, did I?
Fair.
I struck the lock and snuck inside. It was dark as you like in there. So I gave the old oil lamp counter a bit of weak, and that's when...
What do you think you're doing?
I nearly died, I did, and next thing I knew... I grabbed a gun off the counter and was waving it in the air like... oh, I don't know what.
Oh, you're the girls in here this afternoon. I didn't think pickpockets were in for an armed robbery.
The mantle script. Have you got it here? Sholmes leave a load of papers with you. A story.
I beg your pardon?
The Hound of the something or other. If it's here, I want to see it.
I'm sorry, young lady, but I'd rather die than relinquish an article belonging to one of my customers.
I don't want it. What would I do with it anyway? I just want to see it's here, that's all.
Oh, you want to see it, do you?
I want to know if Sholmes really pawned it here or not. Please, just let me see it and I'll go.
Oh, very well then. But for pity's sake, stop waving my gun around, would you?
So then the old cove knocked on the storeroom door and we both went inside. I was there all right, the mantle script. Sholmes weren't lying off after all. You did all that just to check for me, Ginny. Anyway, then there was a bit of a kick-up out in the main bit of the shop.
The Skulkin brothers arriving on the scene, yes.
What was that noise? Someone's breaking in.
Again!
Dear me, is there some burglars convention tonight I didn't know about?
I think I forgot to shut the door behind me. Sorry.
I better go take care of it. Could I possibly have my gun back?
Oh, well, we'll come with you and...
Now don't be foolish, young girl. You must stay right here. Don't leave this room under any circumstances.
And with that, he took the gun out of my hands and walked back out into the shop. I hung back in the storeroom like he said, straining me ears in the dark to hear what was going on. It sounded like they got into a bit of a scrap. I started to think I should help, see. So I was just about to go into the storeroom myself when...
2 shots.
I heard a couple shots go off. 2, I think. Almost at the same time. And then there he was, right at me feet, lying face down on the floor. I was right next to the storeroom door, so I slammed it shut and locked it quick as you like.
Because you thought whoever shot Mr. Winterbank might come for you.
Yeah. So I went to grab the old cove's gun. I figured I'd put up a fight at least. But when I got a better look at him, I knew. Winterbank was a goner. I felt funny in my head all of a sudden. Kind of dizzy. And after that, I don't remember nothing.
Must have been when you passed out, Gina.
If I hadn't done what I'd done, the old cove might still be alive.
Did you tell the police everything you just told us?
Of course I did, but they didn't believe a word of it, did they? All they said was if I kept telling lies, it'd make things even worse for me. It'll be alright, Ginny. Don't worry. Just stay strong a little longer. Bruno's about to put the real culprit through the mill. That cove what was there in the afternoon. That Eggert Benedict.
Close.
I still remember how he looked at me, like I was nothing. He was there that night.
We don't know his real name yet, but I'm convinced that he's involved somehow. Anyway, thank you for telling us what happened, Gina. I appreciate your honesty.
You what? You can leave it all in Runo's capable hands now, Ginny. Mr. Na-Odo.
Close enough. Yeah?
How come you trust me? I don't get it. I mean, have you forgotten what happened here before? Come on, it was only 2 months ago. Me and McGill did. We told you a whole pack of lies. And you got the bog trotter off with him, even though he was a killer.
No, I can never forget that.
Oh.
I did what I thought was best at the time, but the pain of the error of judgment doesn't get any easier to bear. Still, don't forget that I made you a promise. I told you I'd be on your side to the bitter end, no matter what.
A wolf from Loin. Could be working to get another killer off the hook for all you know.
I was once in your position, Gina. I was the accused in a trial.
You were?
Before I left Japan, I was accused of murder. And strange as it might sound, the circumstances of the crime were pretty damning. I was sure that no one would believe it wasn't me who'd done it.
Over now.
But there was one person who stood up for me, who believed in me, and was prepared to defend me. My best friend.
Ryunosuke, no one believes in you more than I do. Leave this to me. All you need to do is put your faith in me, and I'll do the rest.
I was so happy I cried. But even then, somewhere inside me, I couldn't help thinking, surely he doesn't really believe in me, not completely. But I was wrong. As soon as my trial began, it was obvious that he had an absolute, unwavering belief in me. And in turn, I developed an absolute, unwavering belief in him. Since then, I came to realize if you want someone to believe in you, you have to believe in the other person first.
What are you saying?
I promise you, Gina, that no matter what happens, I'll keep believing in you. So you don't need to worry. I won't let you down.
Even though I'm a driver and no good lawyer.
You're not like McGilded. I know that.
Eh? That's right. You're our friend, Ginny. Oh, Iris.
We know you better than you think. And we've come to the conclusion that you're someone we can trust.
Yes.
That's really all we need to know.
Exactly. Mr. Naoto,
Defendant Gino Estrada, legal representative. Court proceedings is about to resume. Please head to the courtroom immediately. Yes, of course. Thank you. Cry, you little baby. Ha. No kidding. That did get me a little bit emotional, actually. Just like, oh, it's Kazuma. Kazuma. I said Kazuha like fucking Genshin Impact. It's like, no, that's not. It's not Kazuha. Even though they both have like the fucking wind. And I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Kazuma, I'm like, this is just like here we go. It's Rivali's Gale, but Kazuma's Gale. Just like constant wind all around him. Because I'm still stuck in Breath of the Wild mode. Just give you Nashi. Well, I mean, I don't think we'll even see Nashi. We're gonna see Egbert Benedict or whatever his name is. I've been both a defendant and a defending lawyer in my time, so I knew only too well just how hard it was to put all your faith in another. And I also knew just how hard it was to bear the burden of another putting all their faith in you. This is it, at last, the final chapter, the final battle. Wish me luck, Susato-san, and I hope you're watching over me too, partner. Aibo!
I'm pretty sure that's the actual word that they're using, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said it, because you told me that before. I think we talked about it before, just like...
Did I?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
You said that they're pretty sure they used the word that the Yugis used in Yu-Gi-Oh, which is eyeball.
So.
Cries and Nash stand. Oh, there's Nash. Never mind, we're good.
Right on that little bucket.
The subpoena was delivered to the communication station where the man worked immediately, my lord. However, the rain has delayed the arrival of his carriage, it would seem. That's it. Well, the court this morning. The long mission of the third bullet in your report is a serious blunder, Inspector. Yeah, I can only apologize, my lord. All the defense counsel does is the blood of the street makes for a compelling argument. The government such untried witnesses to use evidence in a courtroom.
It's a big mistake to cross Hurley and me. A very big mistake.
My lord, subpoena witness has just arrived in the building.
Thank you, officer. Show him to the sound of the delay.
Mr. Egbert Benedict. Didn't expect you to be crossing paths with him again so soon, and certainly not like this. Oh, same outfit, okay. Compelling. Yeah, you have mumbled words and compelling argument. Yeah, he does kind of slay, but also he did kind of slay someone.
You sure do be slaying out here.
What was the voice I gave him? Fuck! But of course, my lord, an upstanding member of London society, it is my pleasure to oblige. His name's Ashley. Sorry. I didn't expect him to say Ashley.
Ashley is your neutral name.
Oh no, 100% it is. I just didn't expect him to say Ashley. Like it's like you know, you see this like really like flamboyant guy going. He's like, oh yeah, my name's Dave. I don't know. It felt underwhelming. I don't know if there's like a reference here that I'm just not getting, but it just felt like Ashley. Wait, that's it? Is that the punchline I'm waiting for? His name's Ashley. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Ashley Graydon, communications officer.
Mr. Grayton and I both work at London Central Communication Station.
Now perhaps somebody will kindly explain what all this is about. You were apprised of the situation by the court officer on your way here, I presume. Yes, I was. Something to do with a murder that took place at the pawnbrokers at Baker Street. And some nonsense about me having been there on the night in question. That is the accusation indeed. This is really beyond a joke, you know.
Oh, the lawyer of the courtroom will hear the testimony now, Mr. Graydon. You respond to the accusation made against you under oath.
Gladly, my lord, gladly. Look at me doing the worm with my arms. Yes, girl, you go, Graydon. Naturally, I have occasion to make use of pawnbrokering services from time to time, but are you seriously suggesting I would collude with these thugs to break into a place on the night of the murder? I have no intention of admitting such outrageous accusations, even if certain parties here present claim that my blood was found at the scene. Some scaramouche detective's homebrewed tincture can hardly be taken as serious evidence. Then give us your blood now.
So, why these accusations completely real?
I must say I'm dismayed. For the highest court in the land to be swayed by the self-professed detective's toy. It was the will of the jury, and our great British justice system demands that the jury's will be upheld. It would seem we have the of a most inept assembly of jurors today. Well, golly! How long am I expected to be detained here? If following the host of examination, your involvement in the matter has not been established, you will be free to leave immediately. Good, then I shall be away in time for afternoon tea, some small consolation at least. So, we meet again, Mr. Egbert Benedict. Where's it, Mr. Graydon? My apologies, you are... Ryunosuke Naruhodo, Defense Slayer. We have met. If you say so, Ashley Graydon. Enchante. So... Ah!
I will eat your entire hat.
I trust you we can conclude this quickly. Ugh, but I am not holding a flashy white hat while we do. Wait, why doesn't he have the hat back on? This is so weird. He looks like a Pokemon character. I don't know which one he does. Which Pokemon character does he look like? He looks like one of the newer Pokemon characters. I don't remember which one. I don't think I like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I prefer it. His hat makes him look doofy.
Yeah, but I prefer the doofy look. Alright, let's... Yes, we even met in the very prom rookery when the crime took place on the afternoon of the day in question. Though, of course, you introduced yourself by a different name at the time. It was Mr. Egbert Benedict, I believe. Objection! The witness is here to testify about the events that took place that night.
Forget any other line of reasoning.
He is under no obligation to answer such unrelated questions. You can't be serious. Thank you, because I certainly do not feel inclined to answer such an inappropriate question. So it's going to be evasive, is he? In an effort not to give anything away, this could be tricky. Come on. Oh, I was pressing the wrong... I was pressing the 1 key instead of like... Have you seen these two men before? This pair? No, I don't associate with criminals. Said by managers as Egbert Benedict. I'd like to know who I have to thank for this. Who made this outlandish accusation against me? The young lawyer in the black. This is a farce. Look at me being intimidatingly swinging around my body. Your mom did, oh my god. Whose idea was it to permit an outsider to work in a British court anyways? Well, needless to say... Where were you around 1 in the morning of the night in question, sir? That is past the hour which I normally retire. Certainly. I was not in the company of these rapscallions. You able to prove that? Objection. Listen carefully, my learned Nipponese friend. For you appear to be under the gross misapprehension for this point. What do you mean? The witness maintains that he was not at the scene of the crime. He has no obligation to prove his absence. He kind of does. If your accusation is that the witness was present at the scene, the obligation lies with you to prove your assertion. You will fulfill your obligation before putting any more unreasonable questions to the witness. Back streets back. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Anyways. This is just fucking jiving, and I love it. Blood was found at the scene of the crime. There's no question of that. Mr. Sholmes' chemical analysis has positively identified the chemical substance as such. But I'm not the only human to have blood running through my veins, am I? How can you be sure that the blood is mine? It could equally be the blood of one of these two miscreants. Every individual's blood has a slightly different composition, it seems. So, Mr. Sholmes' chemical is able to differentiate between blood samples by... Spare me the science lessons! Who is this Sholmes character anyways? Oh, I assumed all Londoners would know the name. He's a great, well, renowned detective. So even you are unable to bring yourself to say, great detective. A great detective, you say? Tisk. Well, we're in the realm of fairy tales, are we? The counsel for the defense thinks a British courtroom is an appropriate place for fairy tales, does he? Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I wanted to see it too.
See what?
Oh, you didn't notice? Never mind.
No, that's what I
So
thought.
unfair. That chemical test is based on solid soil. Why am I talking like Ginny? No.
The trouble is,
Pepper.
unless it's something very independently verified, we'll never get beyond this man's flashy stick waving. Granted, it's very colorful alchemy. Perhaps it would be a good souvenir for your uneducated friends back in the East. What a prick. Yeah, I saw the mark there, but I didn't think I saw a lot. Like I saw like a single thing. I'm like, I didn't know if I saw it. You know, I didn't know if I saw it. But I just confirmed I saw something, so I'm gonna do that again. Something around him there. Just for a moment, Mr. Graydon let his feathers get ruffled. But the souvenir is all it's good for. Some Scaramouche. It's Genshin Impact all over again. I can't believe it. He's a great. He can't even say. That's a good point. Oh, there we go. Pursue. Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Skulkin? What, me? No, Mr. Skulkin next to you. Right, I've had it up to here with this. How many times have I got to tell you? Yes, I know you're not Big Bruv Sulky. Mr. Nash Skulkin! Echo blimey, governor, you what? Is it not in the case that when you told Mr. Graydon just spoke, a thought went through your mind? Would you care to share that thought with the court? Me thoughts? I don't know. I've had none of them. It must have been him. You what? Mr. Nash Skulkin, answer the question, please. What went through your mind when Graydon just spoke? Nothing, honest, Gov, nothing. I was just having some digging. If you wait on around that much more, it'll open up the wound again, that's all. What wound? Well, he took the bullet, of course. It was only 2 days ago. It ain't going to be healed yet. So I was, well, you know, pulling for him, and, oh, Elsbells! Mr. Graydon, did you hear that? What? Your comrade is worried about you, it seems. On the account of your injured arm. My lord. I have no idea what these two wretches are talking about. Certainly I shouldn't be expected to answer anything in relation to their mindless insinuations. We all know that someone other than the victim was hit by a bullet at the crime scene 2 nights ago. And from the height of the bullet hole in the wall, that person was likely hit in the upper arm or thereabouts. Perhaps you'd allow the court official to examine your arm, sir. The left arm that you're currently clasping with your right hand as if it were in pain. No, I refuse. You have shown no evidence whatsoever that links me to these common thieves. Accordingly, I'm not obligated to permit such invasion of my privacy. He just starts bleeding through his thing now. As I've already said, I'm completely uninvolved in all this. I've never had anything to do with this pawnbrokery where this fellow was killed whatsoever. I take offense at the insinuation that I was in any way involved. You have nothing to do with the Winterberg pawnbrokery. My lord, the defense would like that the last statement be added to the Graydon's formal testimony. Mr. Graydon. Ah, get fucked, boy! Get fucked, boy! Alright, let's see what we've got here. Never had anything to do with it. You forgot that I was there, Mr. Graydon, on the very afternoon of the incident. Obviously, I'm not completely stranger to the pawnbrokers. Go on the lookout for an armchair to furnish my study. No, you were there to redeem an article. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Excuse me.
Here's something to add, Inspector. Come again, Sunshine. You were there too, in fact, weren't you, Inspector? That afternoon. Well, yes, I do remember meeting yourself in the pawnbroker that afternoon. You and your young Japanese assistant and the accused were all present, as I recall. And at that time, this witness, Mr. Graydon, was trying to acquire a particular article. Well now. I'm afraid I don't remember too clearly. What? But you must! I'm not going to lie and pretend I remember something I don't. What's going on here?
Trixie showed us a picture before, didn't he? You know, from the cameras that Hurley installed in Winterbanks.
Yes, of course. Exactly, which proves that Mr. Graydon was in the shop the afternoon in question. At no point have I denied that fact. I merely entered the shop to peruse the articles on sale and have a word with the broker. Nothing more. That makes no sense. I understand why Graydon might be trying to cover for his tracks. But why would Gregson be trying to avoid giving testimony about what happened? That's all he's going to say on the matter, is it?
What do you think, Reno?
I think he has no intention of telling us anything. He's well aware that the less he says, the less chance he has of giving himself away. That's
The complete opposite of Hurley, then. He seems to think that the more he says, the better.
Yeah, he does. Well, at least I managed to prise a little more information out of the witness's lips. All thanks to that Skokin brothers.
Yes, they were the key to it after all.
So he says he had nothing to do with Winterbanks. Well, we know that's not true.
Perhaps now would be a good time to have a proper look through the court record.
No. Good idea. You never know what a tiny scrap of information could become a valuable weapon. Alright, let's look through the court record. I actually want to take a look at some of these real quick. Examine. Date February, 1 shillings. Doesn't have anyone's name on it, does it? No, it doesn't have anyone's name. Okay. That also has the blood of what's his name on it. The Trice. The baker dude. Dude's baked as shit, man. Anything else I can look at on this bullet? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Okay, yeah, we've already read this one. Okay. All right. Oh, wrong button. I needed to save it. No. So I want to present the music disc. I'm a little worried that Gregson's gonna bitch at it.
Objection.
Yeah! Have you ever seen this disc before, Mr. Graydon? Why, is it supposed to mean something? This disc was, until the day of his murder, in the pawn shop at Mr. Winterbank's shop. It was redeemed by the defendant, Miss Gina Lestraw, that afternoon. However, somebody mysteriously appeared to try to take it from her. And that somebody was you, of course, wasn't it, Mr. Graydon? As I have reiterated numerous times now, you are mistaken, it's not me. I've never seen that disc before in my life. It may have escaped your notice, but there's a small smear of blood on the disc.
Oh yeah, around the version on the thumb, perhaps.
That's right. The surface of the disc is covered in hundreds of tiny metal bumps. The skirmish to acquire the disc, the thumb of the person who tried to take it suffered minor lacerations. So, while the disc bears the remnants of the skirmish in the form of smeared blood, the thumb of the person in question must bear the remnants also in the form of a scratch. Mr. Graydon! You refused to allow the court officer to examine your arm before. Are you now going to refuse us to allow us to examine your thumb? Because I have no doubt it bears a small scratch consistent with the smear of blood on this disc. Well. It would seem I underestimated you.
What is wrong with this?
So you admit it now. You admit to having a scratch on your thumb from when you attempted to take this disc from the defendant.
Yeah, I totally deny it, homie.
I categorically deny it. Also, fuck you.
Whoa, what was the
It would appear there have been something of a misunderstanding here. I did not attempt to take the disc as you put it. No, quite the reverse. What are you trying to say? It was really quite simple, you see. The disc was mine from the onset. Is there some crime in taking an item that you own out of a pawn? What? It would appear, Mr. Graydon, in that this piece of evidence, my learned friend has established a link between yourself and the incident. Accordingly, you will now tell the court everything you know about this disc now. As you wish. Though I'm quite sure it has nothing to do whatsoever with the pawnbroker's murder. Or stealing everything from the Crystal Tower. That's apparently a thing. There's a note on the disc saying for McGilded, but the item belongs to me. The redemption ticket was stolen from me by the accused, that filthy gutterling, on the day in question. I proceeded at once to the shop in order to explain my situation and redeem my article. In the end, of course, the disc was taken by the police. In other words, I had absolutely no reason to break into the shop later that same night.
Comparison is very important to months ago to be acquitted of distinctly mismurder.
Yes, my lord, the one and the same.
Good lord, Mr. Graydon! You saying Mr. Graydon and yourself are acquainted?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, well! If I didn't expect to hear that name, we're here in the courtroom again.
According to what Gina told us, the disc was placed in the pawn on the fateful night 2 months ago. As McGilded himself gave instructions to deposit at Winterbank's. What are you trying
It's
to...
funny that What?
Sorry, go on.
It's funny that Mr. Graydon here is claiming the disc belongs to him then, isn't it?
What I'm trying to say is, shitty dance move. You just got styled on. Sorry, that was chat. I thought it was funny. In all likelihood, he's lying. So he appeared that afternoon at Windibanks in order to get his hands on McGilded's disc for some reason.
Possible, correct your cross-examination, please.
Would you care to explain how this belongs to you? As you will observe, the communications officer myself commands a fine salary.
You're really excessively just, sir.
So you see, I have little need to make use of services provided by the pawn brokerage trade. However, I did once find myself in difficulties having misplaced my purse whilst on an errand, which is why I pawned off my fine black overcoat to the broker in question. You claim that was your overcoat. Obviously, and in my haste I clean forgot that the music box disc was in its pocket. And yet there is a note that reads, "For McGilded." I'm a collector of rare and unusual music box. First met McGilded at a gentleman's club in the city and was interested to discover that he shared my penchant in the area.
So the disc in question.
It's a pre-production sample. I promised to let McGilded hear it. But then you forgot it. Then you forgot that it was inside the pocket of your overcoat and were forced to pawn. Yes, exactly.
Gina didn't mention any of that in her testimony 2 months ago, did she?
No, because McGilded had threatened her to keep her mouth shut. Which means that if we dig too deeply here, it's going to expose Gina's perjury.
Oh dear. This is complicated, isn't it?
So there is wrong evidence to put here is what I'm getting. Is what the vibe is. There is like actually wrong evidence. Is that what I'm getting at, Katie? Is that what I'm getting at, Katie? Alright, let's go on. Let's leave it alone for the time being. In all likelihood, he's full of shit! Yeah. So you're saying that Miss Lestrade lifted the ticket from your pocket or bag? That's right. Despite being mindful of danger when walking insalubrious areas of her kind. Fuck that. Fuck.
Maybe?
That's
I don't know.
that is a fucking. That's a fucking hard word. Oh my god. That's a hard fucking word, dude. That is a hard fucking word. Alright, back onto it. Well, of course you'll take that stance, but the girl is a regular offender. You gave to the pawnbroker that they prepared with all the information you needed to identify the defendant. You were looking for her, that's what brought you to Windibanks. To get your hands on McGilded's disc. My learned friend is a veritable font of nonsense. Nonsense?
That's all. You refrain from the conjecture this way. Is that clear?
Yes, my lord. Then I will continue my testimony for what possible use it can be. Oh my god. Hold on real quick. Do we still have his we still have his like plan thing? Or is it not on one of these or something? No, hold on. Yeah, we don't have his original, like, actual plan thing with us, which makes it, pain in the ass.
Hold it!
Have you ever been to Winterbanks before? Only once for the purposes of pawning something. But, like many, I enjoy browsing in such establishments. So when you notice the pickpocketer taking your ticket, you chase after her, is that correct? Yes, that's right. I didn't notice at first, of course, such as the art of a pick purse. But when I did, I headed to the pawnbroker at once in order to reclaim my coat before the thief could. I was merely trying to recover what was rightfully mine in the first place. I can see what he likes, what he knows. We have no evidence to contradict him on this. Yes, it was taken by the Inspector Gregson here, wasn't it? That's right. It was this very man. Apparently the police are collecting anything that has a connection to McGilded as evidence. Pursue.
Excuse me.
Is something wrong, Inspector? Are you gonna still be a bitch? What do you mean? The last remark Mr. Graydon made in his testimony seemed to trouble you in some way. No, did it? It's nothing. Just leave it alone. Well, fuck you! Let me ask you this, Inspector. Why is Scotland Yard gathering Mr. McGilded's possessions? I can't tell you something like that, Sunshine! What is it, Inspector? Investigative secrets. Yes, exactly. You all should know about that. Magnus McGilded, who died so unexpectedly after I drank his blood. After his trial 2 months ago! The man was renowned throughout the capital for his great contributions to the public life. Yet, he had a dark side, too. He was a great Sith Lord! I couldn't stop from making that really shitty joke, honestly. Where are you going with this, Van Zeeks? I suppose the police are dealing with the aftermath of his nefarious activities, are they? That's enough! Coppers like me have duties to carry out when we're not at liberty to talk about. It's all you need to know. Duties conferred by Lord Strongheart, I presume. The Lord Chief Justice appears to have great faith in you, Inspector. The bottom line is, if you want to get more out of me, you're going to need Lord Strongheart's paw print first. What's all this about? It's like there's something going on between Gregson and Lord Van Zeeks here. Oh my god, are they former lovers?
You're really on the Phoenix Wright brain right now, aren't you?
No, alright, my legitimate guess.
You and Red White are former lovers.
Lestrade is pronounced Lestrade. It's the word, if that's the word you're calling hard. No, it's not Lestrade. Lestrade's not the word. It was another word. It was just salumonious.
Salaburous or something.
Yeah. No, my guess is right now, because I'm feeling like this. I'm feeling this has something to do with that Crystal Tower thing. Because we've been talking about this for God knows how long, and our Russian terrorist friend here really likes it too, right? He's just like, yes, hello, get me to the Crystal Tower. Like, something's happening with this Crystal Tower. We've been hinting at this for like several episodes now. Like, I feel that something big is happening. Von Zeeks and his nationalistic bullshit is like hyper vigilante bullshit mode, right? And Grex is like trying to do things legally, lawfully, etc., trying to gather evidence, and Van Zeeks is like, no, we have to blow the cover on this. And something happened between them when like they like Gregson fucked up a case for Van Zeeks or something. Like, and something happened with the Crystal Chronicles, not the Crystal Chronicles, the Crystal tower. Something doesn't make sense, and it has to do with that crystal tower. That crystal tower has been in this game since the very fucking beginning, since that very first thing burnt down. That crystal tower is pissing me the fuck off because I know we're supposed to be digging underneath it to steal all of its, to steal the Declaration of Independence from it, but still. Something's just wrong, and I don't like it. And Gregson and Von Zieks are very clearly on like different wavelengths here, because Von Zieks needs the information that's into Magnus McGill. Because Von Zieks has like, maybe Von Zieks is one of those people who hate the Irish as well as anyone else. Like, you know, because there's
what are you going on?
Okay, let me put it like this, right? Here's the thing. So I know back in the day, the British and the Irish, or the English and the Irish, did not have a really good relationship, but they still don't to this day, right? Maybe he just really hates the Irish people, and that's why he hates Magnus. That's why he knew that that's why he's so obsessed with trying to, like, that's why he wanted to kill Magnus, and that's why he doesn't like Renosuke, but also because Renosuke is an Easterner, like from the East. Maybe he's just like super racist. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's Von Ziek's entire thing. He's just super racist. He hates the Irish. He hates the Japanese. He probably hates the French. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe the Crystal Tower was donated by the French, and he just hates the Crystal Tower now. And because Gregson is trying to protect it through his legal means, he hates Gregson.
Sure.
Katie sat here like, no, Steph. It's just because Gregson fucked up a case of his in the past, and like let Magnus get off with like shitty evidence before. Like, that's why he hates him. That's it. It's nothing crazy, Steph. It's nothing about his exceptional racism.
No, I didn't say it wasn't crazy.
Okay then. All I know is I did once see a picture of Kazuma punching a punching bag with Von Ziek's face on it. And I feel like this goes much deeper. That's all I'm going to say. Gladly, my lord. Do I have anything related to...
No.
His... Do I have his paw print? Do I have the dude's paw print? Do I have a cellular phone I could call him with? I do not. Maybe, like, there's a secret in the armband. There is not. Okay. Perhaps you've seen something of value among the forfeited items. No, not at all. Oh. A warrant was brought in by the police to assess everything in the shop. Without exception, every article on the shelves was common or garden bric-a-brac. In that case, it's clear. If you broke into the shop later that day in order to recover... You broke into that shop later that day in order to recover Mr. McGilden's disc. Have you not been listening, man? Even if I wanted to recover the disc, you may recall it had been seized by the police that afternoon. There was no more in the shop than I that night. As I keep saying, I simply had no reason to break in. So there was nothing of McGilden's left in the shop that night. Nothing that this man might have been after. I wonder if that's really true.
Bruno, if you have some evidence, then let him have it. I'm dying to see that irritatingly assured expression of his crumble.
McGilden slipped this into his pocket coat and had deposited in the banks. Then, when he realized he was going to be arrested on suspicion of the omnibus murder, he threatened Gina and forced her to take the redemption ticket.
There's no doubt about it. That witness is lying through his teeth, pearly white teeth.
The police were obviously after anything left by McGilden as well. That's why Inspector Gregson ended up taking the disc into custody that day.
But Gregsy's being very strange about all of this.
There must be a reason for that, I'm sure. I just don't know what it is. For now, I need to focus on exposing the fact that Mr. Graydon is lying in the testimony. Here's the thing. You know what I would actually present here? I would present this. The problem with that is the blood there no longer constitutes as evidence because they're not going to take the thrice man's whatever, you know? They're not going to do that anymore. And we could expose Gina as well. Actually, I'm kind of interested to see if that would happen. Hold on. I'm going to save real quick. Like, I want to see if there is a bad end here, actually. Kind of interested in that. Do I want to see there's a bad end, though? Do I want to get Gina arrested and thrown away, put in the slammer? Hold on. I'm going to think about this. All right, what have we got? This is the McGilded case notes. Victim found deceased in the abdomen, omnibus, stabbed with the abdomen. Victim's name, the Mason, Miltover, male, brickmaker, East End of London. Defendant man was this Lord Van Zeeks. Convicted, assured the 3 eyewitness testimonies, however, surprise 4 witness testimony resulted in an acquittal due to insufficient evidence. What am I looking for here? Can I take this from Gilded sign off? Or Gilded, that's the menu. Yeah, we read this part. I was wondering if I could take it off. I cannot take it off. Okay. I am worried for Sholmes and the fact that he might just have a fucking scalpel in his gut. I'm still worried for him.
No, remember it was acid.
Yeah, but the doctor said he thought he misplaced the scalpel in his gut. Oh, he thought he misplaced the... Yeah! He thought
His scalpel just melted because of the acid.
But the
And now
acid...
he just has this, like...
A glob of metal. A glob of miscellaneous metal. One gentleman's overcoat. So, okay. We can... Alright. One small box. April 13th. I'm gonna try this. I think this might work.
Objection.
No! His eyes are darting back and forth. Oh. God damn it. See, I was like, so we have this. This was in someone else's possession, and... Maybe it's the right one, wrong area.
Maybe it's your attorney's armpit.
Maybe it's my attorney's arm. You know what? That's a good point. Hold on.
Objection.
No, it wasn't, Katie. You lied to me.
But
Katie?
maybe. That's not a lie.
Katie, you played me for a fool. What do I present, actually? Alright, let's go. Oh, you just... Alright. There's a note on the saying for McGilded, the item belongs to me. The evidence... You know, I'll just present... Hey, this says for McGilded. Fuck you. It's not. Okay. The redemption ticket was stolen from me in the day questioned by the accused, that filthy gutterling, on the day of the question. I proceeded at once to my shop in order to explain the situation and redeem my article. At the end, of course, this was taken by the police. Otherwise, I had absolutely no reason to break into the shop later that night. So, either after I proved that he had a reason to break into the shop later that night, I have to prove he didn't go with the intent of redeeming his article, or I have to prove that he wasn't getting that from McGilded. I have to prove that the coat wasn't his. Problem is I don't have the coat. I have the music box, and that's it. I have the music thing, and that's it. I have the stereoscope, which I don't think I can do too much with. Maybe there's another hidden thing in here. Hold on. Let's open it up real quick. Nothing's hidden inside there. I tried. It didn't work.
Rip.
Wait, maybe something inside here? Nope. Can I prove anything else here? Is like McGilded's? Gina, you fucked us up with this one, homegirl. Kitty cat. Cat. It's a kitty cat. It's a cat. It's a kitty cat. Wait a second. It knows the same thing. No, it's not. That one's a square. This one's a rectangle. I was like, what if he went back to get his ticket? I mean, maybe. Maybe he went back to get this ticket so you can say, oh yeah, I've always had this ticket, therefore it is mine for sure. You know? What do you think, Katie?
Do you want me to consult my memory on the matter?
You don't need to consult your memory, but what are your opinions? What's your theory crafting?
I can't theory craft too much because I know the answer. The end answer. I don't remember all the steps to get to the end answer, but I remember the end answer. And sometimes that's even harder because you're already thinking 20 steps ahead.
Yeah.
You get to focus on the present.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if you had to take a wild fucking guess?
Let's see. You already presented the ticket with the blood on it, right?
Yes, I did. I presented it on the second one here.
I would have presented it somewhere else.
Let's try the first one then, because the whole purpose is like, yeah. Nope.
I would have presented it somewhere else.
Okay.
I don't know if it's actually right.
So these are the shots to explain my situation, and of course, this is the police.
I mean, I don't know if I'm right. I might be entirely wrong.
No, I get you. Old tried and true method, baby.
statement was that?
The third. I had the first, second, and
I would
third.
have presented it somewhere else.
Really?
Objection.
That's the fifth. Let's get the fourth done. Present.
Objection.
Alright, that's I guess not the answer.
Oh, you presented it on the last one too?
Yep.
Right, yeah. I would have presented it on the last one because I would have been like, well, what about your coat?
That's a good question. I can't present the coat though.
But so there's that.
God, this is a good one. I'm gonna try.
For sure.
If you want to take a look at your memory, go ahead. I'm gonna try pressing them again. See if there's anything different that comes up.
Yeah. And I only consult my memory because, like, stream.
Yeah, I got you.
If it was just us, I would be like,
Figure it out. I mean, you don't need to tell me the answer from consulting your memory. As long as you tell me, oh, it's such
I
bullshit.
feel bad because, like, usually, like, I'm trying to turn my brain off for this because I don't want to go, like, too into it. But then, like, too into, like, saying the wrong thing or something at a certain point. But then you're like, what are your thoughts? And I'm like, I've been purposely not trying to resolve.
This goes for regular fender. I'm looking for all the red text, see if I can do anything there.
Yeah. I mean, there's a certain point where you just gotta, like, throw everything at everything.
Spaghetti of the law, baby.
Hold it. Hold it. Is that right?
We already pursued him on that, actually. I don't think doing it a second time is gonna help us out. He's like this.
Wait, what? But we did that. Or did we do the wrong one? I thought that's exactly what we did already. Hold on. What?
After all, I'm merely a communications officer with a penchant for music boxes. And flamboyant poses.
Oh, are you kidding me? Okay.
Is it absolute bullshit?
Hold on. Yeah, go to the fifth statement. Go through your evidence. Other direction. Pause. Move back. Back one. Back one. Can we read that again?
November 15th, 9 p.m. One small box, 10 shillings. I mean, it's,
Right.
I guess because, like, I guess you could say that because, like, it's part of a pictograph. It's part of the same pictograph, whatever. Try this?
Yeah.
Objection.
Really? Okay. This was deposited at Winterbanks on Magnus Guild as
I had
instructed.
the wrong ticket.
Yeah, fair enough. You knew that. You went there with the intention of obtaining it for yourself.
Objection!
Conjecture again! In any case, this was taken into custody by the police that afternoon. The witness had no reason to visit the pawnbrokery again that night.
Wrong, you idiot.
Sorry, my learned friend, aka Bitch McBitchface. But that's not true! What? Mr. McGilded had another article upon it with window banks. And this... Oh, that was McGilded's again? Okay. Fuck. Yeah, 'cause I was saying that, like, we need to prove McGilded had a second item there, is what I said, right?
Yeah, and I forgot about that ticket, and I was like, oh, it's what?
Same.
Like, so that makes more sense than the other ticket, because this proves instead of, oh, you're here for the coat, oh, you're here for this other.
You're also here for the second item he had. Yeah.
This is the problem about taking like a week-long break.
That's true.
Or 2-week-long break.
Yeah.
It's like, what even exists again?
That's true. Especially because like we haven't really dealt with this ticket specifically in a very long time.
Yeah. I finished this entire game within days, so.
As the second pawnbroker tickets prove. There were 2 articles belonging to Mr. McGilded and Windibank's pawnbrokery. And the reason he broke into the shop that night was to recover the second one. Together with your 2 accomplices, the Skulkin brothers. What had the man deposited? The article description reads, 1 small box. Are you suggesting I broke into the pawnbrokery with these clowns in order to steal some trinket box? I believe there are adequate grounds to suspect that you did. This is absurd. Why on earth would I do such a thing? Once an article has been forfeited, it could simply walk into the shop and purchase it. There would be absolutely no need for me to resort to theft. That's a good point.
Andrew, what is this whole argument?
That means for some reason, this Graydon fellow needed the small box that very night, does it?
Objection!
It's time to put this. It's time to put an end to the nonsense, my lord. I do hate to ruin my learned friend's argument, but the truth is quite incontrovertible. On the night in question, no small box was taken from the Windibank pawnbrokery. And rest assured, the prosecution can prove it! What? Inspector, show the photographic prints to the... Finally, we get the entire scenery. Holy shit. Nash. Yes, sir. What prints? These prints were taken from one of the detective's security cameras.
Ah, Hurley's red-handed recorders again.
As previously explained, using the plan of the shop layout. I've been waiting for these other prints, I'm not gonna lie. The victim's establishment was furnished with automatic cameras in 2 locations. One was set to capture the counter where Windibank received its customers. And the other one was set to capture the shelves on which the articles were placed for sale once forfeited. According to the information on this ticket, Mr. McGillen's small box had been forfeited already. 2 days before the incident, at 9 p.m. on April 13th, to be precise. Which means it would have been on the shelves of the forfeited items from the fresh shop front. Now what I have here is the print taken by one of the cameras about 2 hours before the incident. At 11 p.m. on April 15th.
Shop would appear.
And here we have another print. It was taken 2 hours after the incident.
Also, for the temperature to compare.
I don't want to cross my eyes. Fuck you, game. That's stupid as shit.
You already know that they don't make you cross your eyes.
I know, but it's stupid as shit that they're gonna imply they want to make me. I will, you know.
I get you.
I'm gonna look through this and see if I can find a small box that's been taken or moved or something like that. I'm stubborn like this. Fuck off. Fuck off, game.
I'm gonna say that no, don't try. It's gonna be way too hard.
Obviously, Scotland Yard would consider the theft as one possible motive in this case. Explore the possibility that something had been taken in addition to the victim's life. Yes, sir. Let every single item in each of these 2 photographic prints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I should fucking do that. Are you kidding me? Like, I feel like something is moved like 1 inch, right? Like just 1 inch.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say, yeah, you're not gonna see it with your bare eyes. I know what moved, and you don't.
I don't have bare eyes. I have human eyes.
You like can't fucking see it.
I'm gonna take a wild guess as to what actually moved, though. All right.
Sure.
It's that single brown thing right in front of the print next to the stereograph or whatever it is. This is actually quite obvious that it moved. It looks almost like a coffee tin. You see it?
I kind of see what you mean.
So go the right thing that Sherlock Holmes kept looking at with his eyes. Like I'm pointing to it for the for everyone on stream. You guys should be able to see my cursor. Like that's moved. It is now towards the right of the picture. That's behind it instead of to the left of it where it was in the earlier 11 p.m. shot. That's moved 100%. This little thing just below the thinker. Just below the thinker. That's moved. That I can guarantee is moved because my special elven eyes have seen it. Am I wrong, Katie? Did I get it? Did I solve your moving the pieces of the puzzle?
Who can even say?
And the odds conclusion is that exactly the same number are present in both. In other words, nothing was taken from the pawn broker in the night in question, and my learned friend's assertion is nothing more than a hopeful fantasy. Ugh. I don't believe it. I could have just shown that he'd stolen McGilda's pawn frogs.
Dancing.
Just dance, gonna be okay. Doo, doo, doo. Anyways, we've been able to break him down at least.
You know what, Bruno? I've been thinking. Wonder if these 2 photographs are exactly the same.
What?
So, the evidence put forward by the prosecution, what is your position? From the fact from the night in question, nothing was stolen from the victim's establishment. Do you accept the prosecution's dissertation?
I don't know. Could there be some hidden discrepancy in these 2 photographic prints somewhere? I want to use the pieces of evidence. Before I give my answer, my lord, I'd like to try something if I may.
Try something, what do you want, counsel?
I'll need to use a certain piece of evidence from the court records to identify the discrepancy.
So I follow. This is the evidence you intend to use. I hope you know the difference.
I enjoyed the dots of him. He didn't need to say anything. But it's showing, I guess, that he, I guess maybe it's implying he knows what you're up to.
Yeah. Like, I feel like what he's doing, whenever I see Von Zieg's, in that kind of pose, it feels very much along the lines of, I know his next step. I'm wondering if he's actually gonna, if that's actually gonna screw me over. If it does, what's my next step after that, right?
Yeah. It's kind of annoying, but also very interesting.
It's
try and figure out what he's up to.
Yeah. I'll tell you what he's up to. He's up to being racist. Anyways, I'll use this device, my lord, to view the 2 prints stereoscopically. Oh! Yes! You've caught the bug at last! You can't resist it, can you? My wife divorced me because I was so obsessed with these, and now you've got the cross-eyed compulsion too! Juror number 3, what a surprise.
Come on, Bruno. Let's put the pictures in place and see what this wonderful contraption shows us. There we go. Now we look through the eyepiece.
Yeah! Steph, high five, you did the best job ever. You're the coolest, Steph. I wasn't sure at first, but there is a clear discrepancy between these two prints. What? Where is the discrepancy? I fucking wonder. Hold on. What is the one thing that looks different? That's so fucking funny. Granted that these two prints are almost identical. However, there's one minor discrepancy between them. What? When you view the two pictures stereoscopically, a single area stands out as being different. The location of this small box. Let me wait! Unbelievable! I'm so glad he actually uses the stereoscope, the one same thing he does.
Yeah, he's not gonna... He's too cool to cross his eyes.
You know what? Von Zeke's not a great guy, but at least he's fucking sensible with the stereoscope bullshit and not like destroying his eyeballs. What this tells us is very simple. Mr. McGilda's small box was indeed not stolen from Window Banks in the night in question. However, there can be no doubt, somebody picked up this particular box and then returned it to its place on the shelves. Yes! The very same small box I just identified in these photographic prints. Mindless guesswork! What if it was? So the box was moved on the shelf, nothing was stolen, which means quite simply, nothing has changed. That may be true, but alright, McGilda's box wasn't stolen then. But it doesn't the fact music changes things, it changes everything. I believe this changes everything about the case. How can it possibly be? The crucial point is the fact that it was moved was a small box. In other words, we have to consider what might have been inside that box. What are you suggesting? I'm suggesting that we need to examine that box as soon as possible. A vital piece of evidence is sitting on the shelves at the window banks as we speak. That won't be necessary. Some little box belonging to a man who died 2 months ago and possibly be relevant to this trial.
Got the whole the objection, Lord Von Zix. Barloff, arrange for the officer to go to the bigger street at once, obtain the small box in question, and bring it back here for the examination.
God damn! God damn!
You got it.
I did it. There's just obscenities running through his head right now. What were you saying?
Just like the angry glares. Very good.
It is very good. Within half it. To be hoodwinked by such a farce. Disappointing. This is nothing but a smoke screen. A Nipponese specialty, it would seem. What are you trying to say? My learned friend has persisted in the same line of reasoning from the very beginning. That this witness's intent is to steal an article belonging from McGilda from the pawnbrokery. Yet, common sense tells us that none of these articles have a value enough worth stealing in the first place. Exactly. It would be beyond absurd to break into the place for the purpose of stealing such commonplace property. If your lordship recalls, Mr. McGilded perished 2 months ago, immediately at the conclusion of his trial. A trial which he was found not guilty. A trial in which we established he was the upstanding member of society's reputation implied, in fact. So I propose a toast to my learned friend and his most insightful defense. The articles of this upstanding member society pawned were entirely ordinary. A black overcoat that just happened to have a music box disc in one of his pockets and a small box. Did you just admit that you didn't pawn it? What? Wait, he just admitted he didn't pawn. He just admitted the music box is not his. Wait, what? He just admitted it's not his. I assure you I wouldn't accept even if the man tried to make a gift of such things to me.
Oh, rather a lot of sense.
As if it were golden jewels, is it? Oh, goodness knows Mr. McGill was rich enough. I love the mouse so much.
Mouse is so good.
This is undeniably compelling.
He just admitted he didn't pawn off the things. He was saying a little while ago the music box was his. He just admitted it's not.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with anything stuff?
It pisses me off. That's what it does. It pisses me off. Like, come on. He just admitted he lied. It is incumbent on the defense now to bolster its argument. To explain what possible significance these commonplace articles spawned by this fine civilian would have had.
More controls, argument fact demonstrable. We're able to show proof that the disc of the box are intentional and area to his face.
Well,
What's the matter, Bruno? We know that they're related, don't we? They're both vital pieces of evidence.
yes, of course. You and I both know that. We know McGilded's true character, and we know that this is significant, even if we don't know why. But if we explain all that to the court at this point, we'll have to acknowledge that McGilded's acquittal 2 months ago was a mistake. That's the defense's arguments was flawed, based on false information.
Oh no.
That would mean admitting that Gina committed perjury.
But Ginny...
Maybe that Von Zeeks knows. That's why he's doing this now, because he's anticipated everything.
But maybe... this could be a great opportunity for us.
Sorry, what do you mean, Iris?
Well, what is it you always say, Bruno? Sooner or later, the truth comes out. Every time.
Alright, the exact status of the things makes it go to deposit the race is something that only Gina can explain to the court. But if I put her on the stand to testify about that, it could critically damage her chances of winning this case. What's the right thing to do here? We're gonna have Gina testify. I think that's the right thing to do. My lord, the defense would like to make a proposal.
Oh, what is the proposal?
Well, the court awaits the arrival of Mr. McGilded's small box. I would like to call the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, to the witness stand.
The defendant. Hold on.
It's to do with the various articles deposited at Windibanks by Mr. McGillicuddy, my lord. Mr. Strahd has information relating to them. I believe it would be beneficial for the court to hear what she has to say. It will prove the significance of the articles in question once and for all. Well, things are becoming interesting. I presume you've considered the implications of the testimony you're proposing. In particular, the impact it will have on the accused standing, and indeed your own. I have. The prosecution accepts the defense's proposal. I move to interrupt the cross-examination of the current witness and hear from the accused herself.
So, the court will go ahead and read testimony of the defendant, Mr. Strahd. The witness is going in the same except to further notice.
Then I shall bid you good day. Wait! You, sir, shall remain in the stand while Miss Lestrade testifies. As you wish. Alright then, Gina, it's time. I know this will be hard, but please put your faith in me here.
Good luck, Bruno.
The articles that Mr. McGillicuddy deposited in Windibank's pawnbrokery are intimately related with the omnibus case, the trial of which was heard in this courtroom 2 months ago.
Yes,
That's right, my lord. Testimony helped to establish the innocence of the defendant, Mr. McGillicuddy. The omnibus case was intriguing, to say the least. And now here we are again, the same players in the trial, facing each other once more. A twist of fate, perhaps, my Nipponese friend. Allow me to recap the events 2 months ago. An old brickmaker was stabbed to death in an omnibus running alongside London's winter streets. Apart from the victim, there's only one person in the carriage, Mr. McGillicuddy. Naturally, he was the prime suspect for the murder. But as the trial progressed, another possibility emerged, and the murder in fact took place above the defendant's head on the roof deck, with the body then being dropped through the skylight onto the carriage below. It was Lestrade whose testimony brought that possibility to light. At the time of the incident, Miss Lestrade was concealed under the seat of a carriage, hoping to pick the pockets of unsuspecting passengers. Then, immediately after the trial, having being acquitted of the murder, Mr. McGillicuddy died in this very courtroom in the most extraordinary circumstance. A mystery that remains unsolved even now, 2 months on. Ignore the matches and tinder I have in my pocket, as indeed does the omnibus murder itself. Miss Lestrade, would you tell the court now, please, what really happened in the omnibus 2 months ago? I mean.
I don't know what you mean. I already said all of what I know.
And what about everything you told us yesterday from inside your prison cell? Please, Miss Lestrade, this is extremely important.
But
Remember, little girl, if this transpires you willfully withheld information in trial 2 months ago, the Home Office will seek to prosecute you for perjury. And naturally, you will lose all credibility as a witness. Although, let's face facts, you have little credibility to lose.
Ginny, don't listen to him. Please, you have to trust Bruno now. Iris, we're on your side. Alright then. I'll talk.
It's the right choice, Gina. Well, it would seem that my learned friend is hell-bent on bringing the entire courtroom down about his ears. So it be. This is it then. Everything's gonna come out. Like Van Ziek said. This could bring the whole courtroom down about my ears, but as a lawyer, I'm prepared to take that risk.
Truth is, that Brickmaker Cove was in the cabin or the omnibus the whole time. When the Irishman dragged me out from under the seat, I saw that disc on the floor. All of a sudden, I heard a scream from over me head, and that pair on the roof deck went off to call the slops. That's when McGill did slip the driver some tin to do a run to the pawn shop roundabout. He threatened me not to snitch, not to say nothing to no one about what I'd heard or seen or heard.
This is outrageous. Well, you just told the court. There's almost no resemblance to testimony 2 months ago.
As you say, my lord.
Then, there's every chance, and they have eventually nervous to kill this child. Since I must raise that the man deliberately deceived this courtroom, and offered to cover up the wicked schemes.
Without a doubt, your lordship is correct. A great injustice was done in the courtroom 2 months ago. The actions of the accused in the trial of this witness and my learned friend are extremely excusable. I don't believe it. The whole show of force was all lies. The man who killed that fellow was running to the court, just like the pickpocket. Dumping the lawyer from the east. They all went out together.
You're wrong, the lawyer. Mr. Otto, the lawyer there, he didn't know nothing about it.
Humbug!
I don't think so. Are we really expected to believe that?
Oh, he says what an operation to get the man scot-free.
Unforgivable. Stop. The lies have to stop. Stop.
Yes, the defense made a terrible error of judgment. I intend to take full responsibility and suffer whatever consequences are deemed appropriate. However, it is imperative the court allows the witness to elaborate on her testimony, because the true significance of the McGillen's Pond articles must be brought to light. Very well, a learned student friend. Given the depths of the calamity you've plunged yourself into, this may be worth hearing.
Where's Shirley? This is utterly deplorable. Mr. Otto?
Yes, my lord.
We will decide upon the first following the conclusion of this trial.
Yes, of course, my lord.
Why me, Mr. Otto?
No counsel, privilege of cross-examination.
That was the truth, though, wasn't it?
Hold it!
And you were hiding in the cabin at the time as well, weren't you, Miss Lestrade? If I remember rightly, in the storage compartment underneath one of the seats.
Yeah, that's right. It's pitch black under there, so you can't see nothing at all.
Excuse me.
Is there something you'd like to share with the court, Inspector Gregson and Mr. Graydon? Inspector Mr. Graydon! What? Blind trying to give me a heart attack! You've been whispering to each other for quite some time now. Sharing sweet nothings and kissing each other behind the courtroom? Tell us, what's the discussion about? Discussion with this fella. Pull the other one, Sunshine. Think you got anything to talk about the shady gent like this? I have nothing to say to this uncouth detective after he deprived me of that disc that was rightfully mine. They've clearly been talking the entire time I've been cross-examining Gina. It's as if they've been negotiating.
You couldn't have heard talking about your souls of the witnesses giving testimony.
Yeah, sorry, my lord. What were those two talking about? I'm glad I caught on to that immediately.
It took me a while to catch on to it that I was supposed to press them because I was like, but the little exclamation point isn't up.
They just had this shape, like, I'm like, why is this dude facing away from us? That was sus as fuck, is what my brain
Oh
went.
yeah.
Anyways, let's actually finish this one here. You're handicapped as well. We already were.
Yeah, that's right. It's pitch black under there, so you can't see nothing at all.
Several 2 months ago, I feel certain that you claimed Mr. McGill was the sole person, did you not?
False testimony, my lord!
That's what he told me I had to say.
But it's important that you tell us the truth now. Were Mr. McGill and the victim acquaintances?
I don't know. Well, I did hear them talking a lot.
Winter, bye. What were they talking about?
Well, I couldn't hear too well, but if I had to say, I think it was about money or something. They kept talking about buying and not buying.
Miracles of some kind.
Well, anyway, they got louder and louder. It started to sound like a proper fight. I was pretty scared by then. I hardly dared to breathe, and then, all of a sudden, I heard noise like someone keeling over on the floor. It was blooming loud and all.
I believe you said a full-time scream.
Yeah. That's what gave me away.
Hold it!
Was the disc you saw this disc?
Yeah, I reckon it probably was. It was right next to the cove lying on the floor.
The hell was a victim perhaps?
I don't know, but but McGill did picked it up pretty smartish. And then he sat with the cove with the knife in his belly upon the seat.
What did he say to you at that time?
He told me not to say a word about what I'd seen or heard to no one. About the disc and all. I was dead scared. The way he was looking at me, I thought if I didn't go along with it, I'd get stuck with that knife too. Then he started asking me a load of questions. Like what my name was and where I lived and that. He asked me about being a diver too.
But after a while, what happened to the carriage was noticed.
Yeah, that's right. First there was a kind of rapping noise.
Hold it!
There were two gentlemen occupying the seats on the roof deck, I believe.
That's right. They must have looked down through the skylight and noticed the cove with the knife in his guts.
Isn't that hat guy here with the stereoscopes? Is that same guy, isn't it?
No, I don't think so. No, it's a different face.
Okay.
Then they screamed. The driver pulled up the horses and McGill did got out of my sight. Keep saying the Mick part and keeps thinking it's gonna be Mr.
Very valid.
I don't know what.
Back under the seat where it always started off. Once the carriage came to an halt, the two coves from the roof ran off to fetch the slopes.
If they immediately left, the fetch the police, it would appear that they were entirely unrelated to the incident. Sly left McGill and the driver and you saw the scene.
Yeah, only the driver didn't know I was there cause I was under the seat. I heard the cabin door open and a voice from outside.
The driver, yes, he also just heard me further. Hello, my name is Beppo from Research.
I love you, Beppo. Your name is so funny.
It's Betbo. What did McGill and the driver say to each other?
I don't know what happened and stuff like that mainly.
Just randomly a fucking dude has a knife in his stomach, no big deal. That pawn shop obviously being Winterbanks on Baker Street. Perhaps the excursion to the pawnbrokery slipped his mind when he was in the stand.
McGilded took off his coat and gave it to the driver. He folded it up, all careful-like, before handing it over. When I saw him do that, I remember thinking, that coat and what's in it gotta be worth a few bob.
Yeah, Gina is sure that this was worth more than Mr. Wenderbank was suggesting, wasn't she? I remember her quibbling with him of the price that afternoon at the pawnbrokery.
The driver looked pretty happy when McGilded flashed some brass in his face. He went running off at a lick. Then the bog tartar called me and told me to come out from the drag's cabin.
Threatened you how exactly?
Told me I'd only be able to scot if I did exactly what he said.
Which included giving false testimony in court 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's it. And there's one other thing he said.
Which was?
He told me I'd have to hang on to the ticket from the pawn shop and make sure not to lose it. Said that if he didn't show up to get the ticket off me 2 months before 2 months passed, I had to go to the pawn shop and pay the money to keep it in lug, to stop it being forfeited. He left me with some brass to pay for it.
There seems to be only one logical explanation, my lord. What McGilded had the driver deposit at Mr. Winterbanks was something he didn't want the police to see. Something very important that he needed to hide at all costs.
Anyway, after that, he let me go. So I legged it before the coppers showed up.
Thank you, officer. Thank you, fair enough. We have reason to understanding we will ask you to start on the omnibus.
It would appear on the night 2 months ago a negotiation was taking place on the omnibus. A negotiation concerning this disc, however, matters did not run smoothly. When the parties involved began to quarrel over price, McGilded took what he wanted by force, at the expense of the other man's life. Which proves my point, this is clearly extremely valuable in some way, although I don't understand why as yet. And 2 days ago, precisely 2 months after the omnibus incident, McGilded's coat and contents were due to be forfeited.
I didn't know what I should do with the ticket. I mean, the cove died right after his trial. I knew that.
So you decided you tried to claim the articles as your own.
Why not, eh? They're only gonna be forfeited. Why shouldn't I have got them? Anyway, you can't blame me for thinking about it. Thinking ain't no crime.
Mr. Sawyer would appear Mr. Wheeler was prepared to kill in order to take possession of this disc. Do you know why that would be?
Eh? I ain't got a clue. Well, I reckon it must be worth a fair bit of brass. He was probably gonna sell it. And you can't blame me for thinking that. Thinking ain't no crime.
My lord! The evidence your lordship requested has been located and is ready for the course inspection, sir. Fuck yeah, let's go. The mysterious little box deposited by McGilded 2 months ago. There's no doubt in my mind that is the key piece to this far-reaching puzzle. Okay. It's about 9 o'clock. Do we want to continue this next week?
What are you feeling?
Do you think we can finish this in an hour, or do you think that we're gonna want to spend the rest of the next week's time doing it?
I don't think we'll finish it in an hour, but I think we can. Let me consult my memory. I don't think it's gonna be wrapped up in an hour.
All right, here's
but
what we'll do then. We're gonna
I
take a
don't think
quick.
it's gonna be like.
We'll take a quick 5-minute break. Consult your memory. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'm gonna get some water. We'll all do all that stuff, and we'll be back in a second. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right, guys. See you in a bit. Toodaloo. I should really get like a fast key to just turn on and off the microphones and webcams every time, because we always have like 5 seconds of silence between every time. I'm like, all right, let's start at 3, 2. We're back, everyone. We're here to kick ass, chew gum, and I'm all out of gum. We're gonna go for another 30, 40 minutes. Fucking hell, you scared me, but good.
What do you think is up with the box, Steph?
What do I think is up with the box? I think the stake that kills Dracula is in that box. We're gonna kill
You've solved the
Van Zieks today. We're gonna kill Van Zieks with the stake of killing Dracula, the stake of vampire murder that is stored in this box. In reality, what is up with this box? I wonder if it's like a portable music player. No, that's stupid. An actual guess as to what this box has, or what this box is. It's McGilded's
dead grandpa.
It's his internal communications with the Russian terrorist organization Villain, and that's why Villain came here today.
You're so antagonistic towards Villain.
Not the mouse though. The mouse is innocent. The mouse is innocent. Villain is not. It's a bomb.
You're telling me the mouse isn't ratatouilleing him for the entire takeover?
Not. Oh, now you're being antagonistic, calling him a takeover. Okay. I actually have no idea what's inside the fucking box, unless it's another stereograph, because like we've had like 3 of those already, right? Or is that, it's another stereoscope. Excuse me. Now the night in question, Mr. Window, except the only item in the shelves that was touched by whoever broke into the shop.
Quick, let's open it and see what's inside.
You know what? I'm gonna take it back. Maybe it is a small portable music player. Maybe it's a small little like phonograph, whatever it's called. I was right! It's a music box!
If you were like, nah, that'd be dumb, I was like vibrating.
I got it right. It was a music box, baby. Let's go. Steph, high five. Steph 1, games 10,000. I finally got one on them, guys. Wow, the truth, I had an inkling it might be the case. Okay, you know, I just relate to the Naruhodo clan in general. I feel like we just relate a lot, and it's wild. It would appear that the box has a miniature music box movement. I think it would be reasonable to assume that it is a device for the playback of this disc, my lord. Not strictly correct, my lord. It was not McGilded's disc. It was the disc of his victim on the omnibus. I believe the answer will become clear if we listen. Fuck. All right, let's take off an ear and listen. Wait, my lord! Oh, fuck off. If you talk to the disc are, well, they're unrelated to the case. No need to spoil a somber atmosphere in the courtroom with some silly old bit of music. This may very well have motivated the culprit to commit murder. Clearly, there's every chance that it's fundamentally important to the understanding of what's happened. The prosecution has no objection. But that piece of evidence is property now. You can't. Clearly, Scarlett Yard has some vested interest here, but it is policy of the prosecutor to leave no avenues unexplored, and you, Inspector, have no jurisdiction here to prevent that from happening. Ah! His chips went everywhere. Holy shit. Alright, what have we got? Bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 bum. That's Morse code. Alright, time to solve it. Okay. Are you willing to write down what I'm gonna say? Or are you like, Steph, no, just play the game, they'll solve it for you.
Alright, sure. I'll write down what you're saying right on the back of this Wendy's trash. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, what it's saying or what you're saying?
I'm listening for when it restarts again. I'm gonna be like short, long, I'll do that. So like, just S and L, I guess, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm not gonna bother writing it down, but you can give it a try.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get a type. Let me open up Notepad real quick. Oh shit, I did it wrong. I started with shorts. I thought those were short notes. Fuck, I have to restart it. Hold on, give me a second.
We're all rather short, to be honest.
Yeah.
I will tell you it's a waste of time.
Okay. Okay, you're saying it's a waste of time. They're gonna tell us later in the thing, right? I want to see if I can.
Kinda.
I want to see if I can if I could. Oh, whatever. All right, that's fine.
What on earth? You said that you call music.
Now that's what I call music. 1993. No. It's just the same note playing over and over again in irregular sequences. Hmm.
Mr. Gordon.
This is really priceless. After all that, the music box is broken. Broken? It can't be. Can it? Well, obviously, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the officer sent to fetch it didn't drop it on the way over to the courtroom.
Mr. Court. If the courtroom must accept this, these officers later on the way to close. We're ready to move on, counsel.
Come on. Yes, alright, it does sound as though it's completely broken, but is it? Could this music emanating from the music box possibly be a new clue? It could be a clue. No! Wrong button!
Why?
It doesn't be very relevant, my lord. Don't tell me I have to, like... Oh! We're probably the triumphant wiggle. Hold on, give me a second. Do I gotta, like... Will it give me a chance to go back? Nothing in particular. Really? Or was it because the music is in fact a very significant clue? You never learn, do you? When you speak, you must mean what you say. Or be prepared to suffer. Okay, so I only suffered a penalty. I'll be willing to suffer that.
I must understand that you do intend to consider this a pair of moments when we somewhere else somehow. The Abomination Council, more than yours.
I love that it's like, well, obviously there's just gonna be a yes, it's a yes or no answer, so we're not gonna bring you back to the screen. We're just gonna instant penalty.
That's fair. While Grayson stands there just chortling victoriously, the inspector beside him has a rather telling expression on his face. As if Gregson recognizes the sound and is familiar with it somehow. That's making him appear extremely on edge. If that's the silence of the defense, I need one of his friend answer me this. Oh?
How can you dance to this?
How can you dance to this?
Fuck, that was not the right voice. Just what relevance do you propose this wordful chiming has on the case? It's fair to believe that the sound emanating from this music box is... What? Oh, that's why it's not... I see the arrows keys, not WASD. Just because this is a music box doesn't necessarily mean that the sounds we're hearing are music. Look at that! The smile vanished from Graydon's lips as soon as I said it.
No more happy wiggle.
No more happy wiggles. I'm on the right lines here. I must be.
Making deductions based on how people react to what you say. You're acting just like Hurley, Runo.
Hurley, I saw you call him as an unnecessarily and an elaborate false detective. But at least he is competent, unlike our Riponi's friend.
At least... No, I'm not gonna say.
I was trying to think of how Van Zieks would turn it on him. And I'd be like, shit, I just actually complimented Runo. Wait, what I have to do to uncompliment him?
I know exactly what to say, but I won't. 'Cause I don't want that on stream.
Fair enough, fair enough. Because, yeah, Van Zieks is a racist. We don't want to say half what he would say.
Exactly.
The sounds we're hearing aren't necessarily music. Well then, now that you told us what they are not.
What are they?
What are they? I'm sure the court would like to hear what they are. Do enlighten us, my Nipponese friend. Well, surely you have an idea in mind, because if not...
I'll kill you and drink your blood.
It'll be the death of your informed argument. Exactly. The music box is clearly broken, refusing to accept that fact is pure foolishness. If Gabi, I don't know what the answer is, yet.
Bruno. I've just examined the music box very thoroughly. And I'm fairly certain that it's not broken at all.
Really?
Really, the way it's been made, it can only produce a single note anyway.
Thank you, Iris. Alright, well if the music box isn't broken, it must mean that the sounds it's producing have some significance that isn't musical. Can we just talk to the juror already? I know who to talk to. Could it be? Is that what these sounds are? 5-year-old playing this game. Do you know what Morse code is?
Something's just struck me, Bruno. I feel like recently, in the past few hours even.
It's almost as if someone is incessantly tapping on the juror stand.
It's almost as if it's for those 5-year-olds that you aforementioned. I've heard another sound very much like the one this music box makes.
Yeah, it's a familiar sound. Actually, Iris, I was just thinking the exact same thing. All the we've seen so far, all the testimony we've heard. I'll point to one single answer now. The prosecution demands that my learned Nipponese friend presents proof now. Tangible proof at the latest wild speculation. Alright then. The mission we're gonna get to fight back in this trial. Her might's gonna join all the dots together. The evidence that explains the true nature of the sounds of this music box is... No!
Steph. Why do you do this stuff?
I pressed the wrong button. I meant to press E to see, like, the people and the jurors and shit. Oh, fuck. Obviously, it's this!
Correct.
You say, Consul, that you were being rather optimistic with that leading obviously there.
God.
If I'm honest, I'm thumping my hands down. As I thump my hands down now, I had an inkling that wasn't gonna hurt. That was gonna hurt me more on the bench. Well, at least one of your inklings was correct then. I'm gonna save real quick.
That rhythmic tingling sound the music box makes is definitely familiar somehow.
It's almost like some sort of code. The question is how to shove it. Listen, Gabe, I pressed the wrong button. Fuck off.
Listen, you idiot. We'll give you half of the answer right here.
Next time I fail, it's be like, oh yeah, if only the Meese had a code, like a moose code, but differently spelled with an R somewhere in there. I should have a good look through all the evidence. Let me just fucking. Okay, Iris. Let me press G real quick. Oh my god. Okay, so I can't see people. I need... What? Oh, mystery more than 5. Oh, it's apparently. Communications being understood. How do I do that? That's the question, isn't it? Are you looking to a new career right now? I'm gonna present this actually.
Take that!
There we go.
The headline is Plum Broken Purchases and Technology Funder. What is support of your cause?
No, my lord. I was hoping you'd look a little further down the page.
Put it on. Ministry Mole. Classified secrets that have been leaked overseas from the Ministry of Justice. Oh, this is very successful. This way that the worst of all understand.
I have heard that the international transmissions along supposedly secure lines are somehow being intercepted and leaked to various other countries. And presumably those transmissions are in the form of wired telegrams. Of course! Juror number 5, your input, please!
Stop. Oh, me, sir. Whatever is the matter?
You told the court before that you worked at the same communication station as Mr. Graydon, did you not?
Yes, that's correct.
And a particular station where you work deals with government communications and newspaper reports.
Oh yes, we're not your run-of-the-mill communication station at all. Our work is extremely important.
Then tell me, is this not very familiar sound?
Hmm? You don't mean to say, is it...
That's right, madame. It bears more than a passing resemblance to the sound made by your telegraph machine as you tap it. I believe it's called Morse code.
But I don't believe it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when it comes to leaking telegrams from government departments, there could be no one more perfectly placed than a highly skilled communications officer. Are you suggesting that the music box disc contains stolen government secrets and Morse code? He's like, fuck, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up to fucking deal with the government like this. I signed up to own this Japanese kid and get him out of the country because I'm a racist asshole who is ignorant of the modern ways. I did not sign up to defend someone who's betraying the nation.
This is scientific counsel.
To my vocabulary, what is treason and what is capital punishment? Little Ratatouille here is especially interested in capital punishment. I love how Ratatouille is just actually reading the book. He's such a good bean. I love him so much. Let him commit. Let him commit a crime. Let him commit a crime.
Just one crime.
All these.
Of any degree of severity.
You just let the mouse commit one crime. Yes, and on the night 2 months ago, that was the very negotiation that was taking place inside the omnibus. But in the end, McGill did perish, and the all-important disc laid unclaimed in the pawnbrokery.
Lord.
In which case, whoever stole the information in the first place must surely have been beside himself with worry, because if that disc were to be discovered before it found its way out of the country,
We're really at the hard season partial by death.
so the culprit had no choice but to retrieve it. In order to do that, he would have to gain entry into the pawnbrokery illegally in the middle of the night, because the article left behind by Mr. McGill would have incriminated him too much if it got in the wrong hands. Isn't that right, Mr. Graydon? You think I've been stealing government secrets? Preposterous, absolutely preposterous.
So the source of the defense accusation, you claim to be completely innocent, do you?
Well, of course I do. I've had to stand here and silence all that pretentious foreign lawyer has been prattling away.
Objection.
Whoa! Then, by all means, counter the charges, sir. The prosecution demands the witness testifies in response to the accusations brought upon by the defense. Delighted, I'm sure.
This is only the crime and the scrutiny using the trial and murder upon Broker Mr. Order. The most serious offense for which the law is long extension can be pension. But the plaintiff's alcohol is no less so wrong. And these are very many of just hearing Mr. Gordon. Well, what's the food? You're right.
Yeah, let's have a rabbit and pork and governor. We got things to say.
You can part of anything you want.
An name's that skulking occupation and a professional baddie. Me go skulking, but we ain't bad enough to sell out our mother. What? Are these two parts of villain's entourage?
Wow, you see Motherland and you think only Russia could be Motherland.
Good point. You know what, Steph, you did it bad there. You did it bad there, Steph. But I'm sus of you two. That's right. We'll recall the three skulking brothers. Bad timing, fellas. Very bad timing. No, I do kind of feel a little bad. Mere communication officer couldn't possibly steal a confidential government information. Besides, the sounds produced by the user box aren't even Morse code. With some low-class brickmaker negotiating with McGill, was it not? I have no relation to the man. Look, all we done is breaking Gaff the other night like we told you to. If we knew there was dodgy government secrets involved, we wouldn't have even touched it. What am I supposed to do, Governor? What's that?
You know admit to the crime, then on the line of question, you did indeed get entry to the premises illegally. And moreover, you did so as a party of three in collaboration with Mr. Graydon here.
Baby's just sold out, Mr. Graydon. It's great.
They're like, whoa, treason? I'm not risking my neck for this.
Yeah, I know. They're like, I'm not fucking doing that shit. Are you kidding me? No, this treason shit, I ain't about that. But Mr. Graydon here, I have no idea what these two ruffians are referring to. You little ratty, you getting us mixed up with all this monkey business. You never said nothing about no government secrets. It was supposed to be straight up job. And what about them geese with the shop and what? Any poor bloke didn't have to die, did he? Ugh. Nice to know who your friends are. Whatever these men say, I deny the accusations.
Indeed. Oh,
I want to find out like the guy's last name is Graydon, like the pawn broker, the brickmaker guy, like his last name is Graydon or some shit like that. Oh,
What is it, Bruno?
I've just noticed something about this music box. It looks like the bottom opens up as well.
Ah, you're right. Well, come on then. What are you waiting for? Let's open it.
All right then, here it goes.
Look at that. There's another movement on the underside.
So does that mean you said another disc play back on the side?
Yes, I think so. It looks like the two movements are linked together.
Stereoscopy and then stereoscopy. Fuck this shit. They're linked.
So if you had two discs, they would both play back at the same time.
We don't have two discs, do we? We do have a second disc. How do we get Herlock in here? How do we get Herlock in here? Fuck, how do we get Herlock in here? Herlock, where are you, Herlock? God damn it, you bastard! Now you decide to leave us. Fuck you! God damn it! He has the second disc unwittingly. Will the caramel even play in here? Holy shit. Let me just open that up, see if there's anything else I need in here.
I mean, no, he made a separate metal disc, right? Because he had the mold made from caramel.
Yeah. Fair enough. Herlock, get your ass here. Where the fuck are you, bud? Where are you, bruv? Who'd have thought there would be a second movement under the inside of the box?
And this movement is like the other one. The comb's teeth are all the same length.
So this movement also only produces a single tone. The other one?
Yes, it must do. Except that the length of the teeth of the two combs isn't the same. The single tone produced by this movement will be different to the single tone we've already heard.
And that's why it would have been useless to try to get it on that time. What?
Basically, each movement can only produce a single note.
The notes they produce are different. The music box can only play two tones. See how the form
There's no question then. This music disc was designed to be played in this music box.
Thank you for completely understanding what I was just saying. So the sound produces neither musical nor do they appear to have any meaning. It just doesn't make
wasn't. It wasn't very difficult. I'm used to deciphering Hurley's ramblings. I wondered if perhaps there's more to this music box than meets the eye. Maybe we haven't discovered all its secrets yet.
I think I have, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I got a gut feeling.
Alright, it is 9:30. Do you want to do the rest of this investigation next time?
You know, I think we're at a good stopping point now, actually. I think we're at a pretty good stop. We hit some good points. We should be able to at least get most of the game next week done, if not finish the entire game from what Kitty's told me.
Probably. The last case always runs a little long, especially in the last stretch, because you're like, oh, I'm so close, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's all this.
We'll just stream 6 hours next Tuesday. It's okay.
No, I think unless we get like really stuck, we should be able to wrap up the first Great Ace Attorney game next time.
The immediate no you gave me though was quite something. I'm not gonna lie. It was
What
quite.
immediate no?
You're just like, I was like, oh, we'll just stream we'll just stream 6 hours next Tuesday. You're just like, no. Just immediately like, no, get out of here, Steph. We don't do that shit
Here,
here.
I got work.
All right, I'm not gonna rate anyone today, guys, because I'm lazy. But hey, YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I know I had a great time with this thing. So YouTube, we'll see you later. Stay safe, stay Botanist Cool, YouTube.
Bye.